Here's one for you. Have you ever been walking anywhere and you sort of smell a familiar smell, or you hear some music and it sort of takes you back, like a nostalgic trip down memory lane, almost as if you go in a time machine? That can be used as an anchor. Let me explain. You notice how it can trigger off events in your head just by hearing or smelling or tasting or seeing a certain thing. So what if I could teach you how to use things like that as anchors in your life to help create self-discipline and success? Stick around and I'll show you how. So first of all, let's have a look at what anchoring is. So anchoring is basically a technique rooted in the field of neuro-linguistic programming. And it involves associating a specific physical action, word, symbol, or a past memory with a mental or emotional state. So the goal is to create an anchor, like a trigger, that when activated, it automatically brings you back to that state or reminds you to do something. By using anchoring, we can literally rewire our mind to reinforce positive beliefs, habits, self-discipline, emotional states, and basically helping you stay on track for success and elevate your overall energy. But what is anchoring? So it's basically the process of creating a link between a specific external stimuli, such as a word, touch, symbol or object, and associating it with a particular emotional or mental state. Just like how hearing a song, can bring you back to your past and bring back memories of a particular time in your life, or the smell of a perfume, or the taste of a food, or seeing some sort of item of clothing, stuff like that. It can take you back to a particular time in your life. See, the anchors work by triggering past emotional experiences or beliefs that you've associated with that stimuli. Over time, you can use these anchors to evoke desired emotional states or self-discipline whenever you need them. Let's have a look at how past memories trigger emotions, because our brains are constantly creating associations between things, between a stimuli and emotions. And these associations can be powerful, whether positive or sometimes negative as well. They can remind you of a certain thing, like, oh, that reminds me of that person, or that reminds me when I used to have to go to school or do that, or when I used to have to go to their house, stuff like that. And they get triggered by smells, sounds, images, or even the touch of a certain object. I don't know why I did that. That looks a bit wrong, doesn't it? The smell of a specific perfume, as I keep saying, it might remind you of someone that you used to love or actually hate. Or a song might bring a bit of nostalgia up for a past event. These triggers, they're all a form of anchoring, and they can strongly influence your emotional state in the present. Let me explain. So just as your past experiences can trigger negative emotions like stress or anxiety, they can also activate positive feelings of like joy, peace, confidence. The key here is to using anchoring for success. The key to using anchoring for success is to consciously create positive triggers and associate them with desired emotional states. Emotional states that will help you literally just raise your vibration. So how to use anchors to raise your vibration and attract success and identify the desired state. You've got to start by identifying the emotional state or belief you want to reinforce. So this could be confidence, relaxation, motivation, abundance, or just a reminder to do something. It's important to have a clear idea of the feeling you're aiming for so that you can create an anchor that brings it to the forefront, into the present. Just choose your anchor, select a physical gesture, a word or symbol that will serve as your anchor. For example, you might want to touch your thumb and forefinger and say a specific affirmation like I am confident, or carry a small object with you, like anything, a crystal or a token or anything that holds personal meaning. Create a strong emotional experience with it. If you hear any pitter-pattering, my dog's just walked in. And engage in an activity or visualization that puts you in a desired emotional state. For instance, if you want to anchor a feeling of confidence, you might recall a time when you felt powerful and capable. Feel that energy rise within and allow them emotions to intensify. I think it was Jordan Belfort. Jordan Belfort, who's classed as the Wolf of Wall Street, or you might have even seen the film. If you haven't, watch it. Fantastic film. If you have, Let me know in the comments what you thought of it. But I watched an interview with him, and he said that every time he used to have a sale, he used to smell, I think it was smelling salts or something else, he used to take a sniff of it every time he had a successful sale. And then over time, he used the anchor to actually, you know, when things was going well, he'd smell that, and he'd sort of go into this state of mind where he would start automatically getting the success of the sale. And then eventually he would do it so he'd smell that before he even went on the call for the sale, just so he had that state of mind where he was going to kill the sale and get the success. And you could do it for a lot of other things. I mean, even in your life, if you want to be reminded to do something, like, for instance, what I do is, because I like to work out every single day through the weekday, what I do is I get my gym gear ready, because I do home workouts, you see. I get my gym gear ready, and I get my weights, all what I'm going to be using, and all the bars set up and stuff like that. I do it all the night before, so when I come downstairs, I can have my black coffee or my pre-workout powder and just crack on with it, and it reminds me to do it. Or say today, when I was filming and content creating, what I had for when I woke up, I had my mic set up, and my tripod stand, and my light ready. I couldn't actually put my camera in it because my camera's actually on my phone. I don't actually use my phone to film. So what I do is I have all that set up, and all my bullet points, what I'm going to be talking about and what subjects and stuff, and then literally I'm ready to go. So all I have to do then is fill in the blanks. And you can do it with anything if you want to stay on track on your diet. Believe it or not, you can use notes and stuff. Like I used to put ones on the fridge, like, you're not restricting yourself, you are respecting yourself, stuff like that, and that would trigger an anchor to stay focused, to stay on my diet. Or just anything like that. Anything what you need to do. I always create a daily routine, as I call it, and I have it marked out on a bit of paper or on my app, the things I'm going to do each day, and then just cross them off as I've done it. So that serves as an anchor, a daily routine, or the daily routine, as I like to call it. So anything like that, just simple little cues and reminders. You can use anchors for that. Or, to help you put in a confident state, you could use a bit like what Jordan Belfort did and smell something, some nice perfume or something, or play a bit of an uplifting song, what gives you confidence and puts you into that flow state of confidence. So anything like that, just practice around with it. Just let me know in the comments as well if you've got any anchors, what you've been practicing around with, or things what you're going to do to remind you to do things, or just to put you in that state of mind. Oh, and if you want help, a bit more help in being able to shift your identity and be able to get to the next level of yourself, I've got a free hypnosis. Check it down there, Daz's Hypnosis. And if you listen to it once or twice a day, best when you're just waking or just about to fall asleep, because you're in that theta hypnotic state then, and this will go straight to your subconscious mind. So here it is, Daz's Hypnosis. It's free to download. My little gift to you. Give it a listen, and I do believe this has really helped me to change my life, right, by listening to this. I only listen to it once a day when I first wake up, or sometimes before I go to bed. Give it a listen, give it a try. It's free to download. You don't have to pay nothing for it, and it will really start to change your life as it's propelled and changing mine. So anyway, as you feel the emotion building or whatever you want to do, then activate your anchor. If it's a touch, press your thumb and forefinger together. If it's an object, grab the object, smell the perfume, play that little bit of the song, speak it even out loud, look at your notes, get your stuff out, get your equipment out, whatever you're doing. Just do it all with intention, because the goal is to associate this specific physical action with the heightened emotional state. And a good way to strengthen the anchor is to repeat the process several times. I always say, repetition is key, consistency. The more often you create this connection between the emotional state and your anchor, the stronger and more reliable it will become. And then you could just use your anchor in your daily life, because once you've established your anchor, you can use it anytime, any day, to intensify and raise your vibration and bring yourself into the desired emotional state. Have a practice thing. Let me know how you get on. Whenever you need confidence, peace, or motivation, or even stay on the self-discipline track, activate your anchor and watch how your mindset shifts. Because using anchors for success, right, it's not just about raising your vibration. It's also a powerful tool for success. Believe me, it helps you stay on track. because by using anchors, you program your mind to automatically tap into states that are aligned with achievement and progress and success. And I'll give you an example here, right? This is for motivation. So when you're feeling unmotivated, activate your anchor to tap into that feeling of determination or drive. So a good one for this is affirmations or notes. And this can help, you take action and move forward. Tell you what, another good one is just to get some quotes, get some like self-discipline or motivation quotes, on Google, get them and just print them out, put them on a notice board. I've got my notice board up there, and just literally have a look at it. And that can be your anchor. Do you know when you're feeling down and you don't feel like doing it? I've got one up here, look. You are doing this to help others, to help yourself, to help your daughters and to help your dogs. Keep going even when you don't feel like it. Nothing is achieved from giving up. Keep going even when the chips are down. And another one what I've got there, consistency is key. Doing something consistently will eventually turn that into a habit. And where do habits get stored? Into the subconscious mind. Stuff like that. Look, it's up there. If you don't believe me, you can see that one. Got a little rocket quote there, but I just put ones up here. That one doing this to help others. David Icke one there. The greatest prison that people live in is to fear what other people think. I love that quote. And there's the Eckhart Tolle one about negativity. So I won't read that out, but hopefully you can see that. And there's my famous one. That's a picture of Liam Gallagher from my daughter. I do like Oasis, and she drew that for me as well. I think it's a little squid or something like that. And there's the Rocky one. Do you know the saying? Let me tell you something. You already know. The world ain't made of sunshine and rainbows. You know that one? It's a very mean and dark place. You know which one I mean, don't you? But stuff like that. They're my daily anchors. I look at it, Joe, sometimes when I feel like, it's not going anywhere, Joe, I do all these videos and I'm hardly getting any views and stuff like that. But then I look at that, it's like, keep fucking going. Because eventually things will materialise. Because the universe, as I always say, supports those who don't give up and keep going. The universe will always meet you halfway. So anyway, here's another bit about anchoring as well, to do with focusing. So say for instance about focusing, if you need to get in a state of deep focus, just use an anchor to trigger a sense of clarity and concentration. So that can be whatever, it makes it easier to stay productive. Even one for confidence you can use. Whether you're preparing for a big presentation or something like a meeting, activating a confidence anchor, that can literally boost your self-assurance, and it's sort of like, it helps you to perform at your best. Just give it a try. So let me know about your anchors as well, because anchoring is a simple yet powerful technique that can help you shift your emotional state. It helps you shift as also your mental state as well. Helps you shift them states on command. By consciously using anchors to trigger positive beliefs, emotions, emotional states, or even habits or things you have to do. Just daily routines as I call it. And you can raise your vibration for success in all areas of life. So give it a practice, keep practicing it all the time, and over time you'll find yourself effortlessly tapping into the energy you need to thrive through anchoring. But remember what I said as well, that sometimes the anchoring ones can trigger off negative emotions and negative things of the past. That can sometimes happen. But anyway, if you want a bit more, you're thinking as well to yourself, why are we sort of conditioned to think more about negative things and negative events than we are positive? I've got a video what actually breaks that right down. So if you want to learn a bit more about that, check out this video up here or up here, and I will see you in there in a jiffy.